Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Monday, July 28th. Coming up on Cullman Today, Scottsboro manhunt ends in arrest, officer recovering after being shot. Cullman County schools mark big day with ribbon cutting and groundbreaking. Cullman City schools prepare for back to school amid construction, and the city celebrates the grand opening of the OmniPlex. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. A manhunt that began in the early morning hours Saturday in Scottsboro ended the same day. Daniel Victor McCarn, 29 years old, formerly of Huntsville, was taken into custody without further incident and then booked into the Jackson County Jail on felony charges, thanks to a business owner calling into the police department after noticing a male subject on their security camera who matched the suspect's description. Scottsboro police responded to a domestic incident when McCarn fled in a vehicle and officers gave chase. After the pursuit ended in a crash, McCarn exited the vehicle and fired shots at the officers, striking one. The suspect fled the scene on foot, prompting an emergency alert of the manhunt. Scottsboro police provided an update on the officer who was struck in the incident, saying he is stable and sustained non-life-threatening injuries. Cullman has taken a big leap forward in recreation and community life with the debut of the new OmniPlex, a game-changing indoor facility that's already drawn thousands of visitors, energizing the local economy, and redefining what a civic center can be. Cullman Today reporter Annabelle Hughes was there.
Cullman celebrated a major milestone on Friday, July 25th with the grand opening of the Cullman OmniPlex, a modern, multi-use indoor facility designed to boost recreation, tourism, and community engagement. The new space features 8 full-size basketball courts, 16 volleyball courts, and flexible areas for events, STEM camps, fitness programs, and arts activities. Parks and Rec Executive Director Nathan Anderson said the facility has already welcomed over 25,000 visitors and generated an estimated $6 million in economic impact. Cullman has also reached record-high hotel occupancy, topping the region for the first time. City leaders view the OmniPlex as a long-term investment in Cullman's future, creating more opportunities for youth, families, and local businesses. Officials say the facility will serve the community for decades, much like the Civic Center has in past years. The opening included tours, entertainment, and remarks from city officials. Moving forward, the OmniPlex will host tournaments, expos, and programs like the new OmniPlay Academy after-school initiative, with a rotating calendar of events for all ages. For updates and upcoming events, visit Cullman Parks, Recreation, and Sports Tourism online. This has been Annabelle Hughes with Cullman Today.
Thursday was a historic day for Cullman County schools with 2 major milestones celebrated in one day. First, officials cut the ribbon on the newly remodeled Hanceville Elementary School. Originally built during the FDR era, the 89-year-old building was brought back to life with modern upgrades, preserving history while easing overcrowding. Superintendent Dr. Shane Barnett says the renovation adds classroom space and allows Hanceville to offer Alabama's award-winning first-class pre-K program. Later in the day, leaders broke ground in Good Hope on a brand new elementary school. The $9 million facility will be built next to Good Hope Primary and is designed to keep pace with the area's growing population. The current elementary school will eventually be converted into a 9th grade academy to relieve pressure at the high school. Senate President Pro Tem Garland Gudger says projects like these are essential as Cullman County, now the 6th fastest growing in the state, prepares its students for a bright future. Both schools represent what officials call a long-term plan to meet growth with smart investment in education. With the new school year just around the corner, Cullman City Schools are balancing back-to-school prep with ongoing construction projects at 3 campuses, keeping safety, communication, and classroom success at the forefront. Annabelle has more on this story.
The 2025 school year kicks off August the 6th, and Cullman City Schools is pushing through major construction updates at 3 campuses: Cullman Middle, Cullman High, and West Elementary. Superintendent Kyle Koloff says the main focus remains on communication, safety, and minimizing disruptions for students and staff. At Cullman Middle School, crews are working on landscaping, sidewalks, and installing an elevator. While the contractor missed the initial deadline, Koloff says the district is staying on top of progress, even partnering with the North Alabama Agriplex for landscaping expertise. Any planned outages are scheduled for after hours to avoid summer programs. At the high school, construction is expected to continue into the school year, with strict safety protocols in place. Contractors are prohibited from interacting with students, and deliveries are restricted during drop-off and pickup times. At West Elementary, temporary water lines and fencing have been installed to maintain services and to keep the students safe. All indoor renovations are scheduled to wrap up before the first day, with construction on new buildings continuing outside. Despite the noise and the dust, students and staff are thriving. Koloff praised their resilience, noting that the test scores remain strong. Cullman City Schools is on track to welcome students back into a safer, more modern classroom this fall. This has been Annabelle Howes with Cullman Today.
And that's all for our top stories this morning. Coming up next, Auburn teams up to bring big-name concerts to campus venues. Sports is next. Welcome back. Auburn University is turning up the volume on live entertainment. In a new multi-year partnership with Peachtree Entertainment, Auburn Athletics will bring major concerts to Neville Arena and Jordan-Hare Stadium starting in 2026. The deal promises more than 5 multi-genre shows each year featuring top touring artists from country, rock, pop, and more, positioning Auburn as a premier entertainment destination in the Southeast. Deputy Athletics Director Rhett Hobart says the partnership will create memorable experiences not just for students, but for the entire Auburn-Opelika community. Concert production and booking will be led by Peachtree Entertainment with support from Elevate, a global sports and entertainment agency helping college programs boost revenue. Peachtree CEO Nathan Ball says it's a chance to shape a new era of live shows in a state where they've already had great success. Concert announcements are expected this fall. For updates, visit auburntigers.com. And that wraps up sports for today. Coming up next, Harmony School unveils new gym floor at Hawkfest celebration. Cullman's Lauren Hughes shines at Southeast Championships. Hansville's Shirley Burden Library keeps young readers engaged. And CCPS hosts back-to-school tour for students and families. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Harmony School welcomed families back with its annual Hawkfest celebration Saturday, July 26th, and this year the event came with a big reveal. Principal Kevin Solons unveiled a brand new gym floor, proudly sponsored by Traditions Bank. He says the renovation boosts school pride and benefits everything from athletics to student programs. Although Harmony now serves K-5, its athletic programs still include younger leagues and a Pee-wee team. Hawkfest also featured bounce houses, pony rides, food trucks, and live music, bringing the community together ahead of the new school year. PTO volunteer Cassie Swans said the event, which returned after a brief pause, helps create a positive start for students, staff, and families. Local vendors joined in with games, crafts, and school merchandise, while parents had a chance to sign up for volunteer opportunities. Solons and Swan both credited strong community support, especially from Traditions Bank, for making it all possible. Lauren Hughes, a 10-year-old swimmer from Cullman and member of the Cullman Swim Association, delivered an outstanding performance at the Southeastern Swimming Long Course Championship held in Huntsville last weekend. The prestigious meet featured top swimmers from Alabama, Tennessee, and the Florida Panhandle, and is sanctioned by USA Swimming, the governing body for the U.S. Olympic team. Hughes' impressive results included first place in the 50-meter breaststroke, second place in the 100-meter breaststroke, third place in the 50-meter butterfly, fourth place in the 200 individual medley, fifth place in the 100 butterfly, and ninth place in the 100 freestyle. In addition to her event finishes, Hughes placed second overall in the high point competition for 9 to 10-year-old girls. Her victory in the 50 breaststroke marks an historic milestone, making her the first swimmer from Cullman to win an individual event at this championship in the history of the Cullman Swim Association. The Shirley Burden Library in Hanceville has been buzzing with activity this July, welcoming the Cullman County Bookmobile, hosting storytime sessions, and preparing for fall programming. Bookmobile Director Amber Thornton and Manager Willette Harvison recently rolled in with games and fresh reads for kids to enjoy. Weekly Storytime continues to be a hit, led by Library Board President Kathy Bradford, complete with crafts and snacks to spark young imaginations. Coming up, a Minecraft Club open house on Tuesday, August 6th at 10 a.m., designed to inspire creativity and critical thinking through gaming. The library's children's program are funded by its pre-owned bookstore, which runs on community book donations. A recent donation of military history books has added rare titles ranging from the Civil War to the Pacific Theater. The library is open Tuesday through Friday from 8 to 5 and Saturdays from 9 to 1. Cullman City Primary School welcomes students and their families on July 24th for a special back-to-school tour ahead of the new year. Principal Elizabeth Shaddix and Assistant Principal Tyler Skinner were on hand to greet families and answer questions about everything from the car line to the cafeteria. Students got a chance to explore their new classrooms, meet teachers and staff, including Administrative Secretary Brandy Outson and Counselor Christy Free, and get comfortable before the first day. To wrap up the visit, everyone cooled off with popsicles as excitement builds for the new school year, which begins Wednesday, August 6th. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week. Timothy J. Gann, 53 of Cullman, passed away Wednesday, July 23rd. Funeral service will be held at noon today at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home with burial at Rice's Chapel Cemetery. Visitation was Sunday at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his friends and families. Now let's take a moment to look at your weather forecast. We'll start off the week today with mostly sunny skies with a high near 94, heat index values as high as 105 with a chance of afternoon storms. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 76. Tuesday, sunny with a high near 95 and heat index values as high as 106 with a slight chance of an afternoon storm. Tuesday night, partly cloudy with a low around 75 and a slight chance of showers. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Until then, I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful day, Cullman.